Hey lovelies, what's up? Today that I'm recording, it's a Saturday. I hope it's a lovely Saturday for you if that's when you hear this. And just want to check with you. Do you like music? So music is life, right? Music is life, and in this episode I kind of spilled the tea on how you can use your car playlist on the way to work or the way to school to motivate you to keep working toward that degree, while at the same time running away from student loans. I'll give you 3 of my favorite motivation songs to do so and why they speak to me. Just a fun little episode, and I'd hope that they really encourage you. Hey girl, welcome to Money and Mental Peace, a podcast for Christian college girls wanting to graduate debt-free. Do you procrastinate on homework while Googling easy scholarships and money for college because you're drowning in debt and student loans? Afraid you'll never have enough time and motivation to find ways to pay for college when you don't even have enough time to sleep or have a social life? I'm Kara. I too was a stressed college student and overachiever looking for money and mental peace. I wondered if there were other ways to pay for college, and I wished for a clear direction on how to do it. I wanted an easier way to fund college with less anxiety, but I kept telling myself I had no idea what to do, thought I wasn't finishing school fast enough, and thought I would never have enough money. Until some scholarships and rare school hacks got me through debt-free, and I can show you how to do this as well. In this podcast, you'll find mental peace, answers for your future, and enough money to kill it at college. So grab your cold brew and TI-89 and enroll in the most stress-free and debt-free class that you've ever attended. This is Money and Mental Peace. Hey girls. Okay, so if you like hanging out with us on this podcast, if you've enjoyed it, I just want to say thank you. What's super cool is continuously this podcast has been ranking in Uganda, Nigeria, and Ghana in like the top 10 and top 20 podcasts for how-to podcasts. So all my homies over in Africa, I just wanted to say hi. Thank you so much for listening. And yeah, I'd love if you'd be interested in joining the Facebook group and let me know who you are. So that's just my call to anyone. I am actually launching within the next few months a course called the Debt-Free College Blueprint, taking you step by step in your specific situation to help you figure out and how you specifically could graduate from college debt-free. So if you're interested in that, I'll definitely be posting about it in the Facebook group, so go ahead and join if you'd like to hear about that. That is the Christian College Girl Community. Okay, back to the real reason you are here. So lately I have gone through and found some like old CDs, right, from middle school or high school, back when people normally had CDs. I mean, to you might be in high school now and you're like, what are you talking about? But anyways, and listening to them in the car, and they're so nostalgic. Like, I even want to go get in the car to drive because I'm listening to these songs that, oh yeah, I remember this one or that one. It's super helpful. So I wanted to tell you 3 super cool songs to get energized to graduate college debt-free. A couple of these are a little older. I guess all of them are older than this year. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is some of this has some nostalgia for me and some is just hopefully motivating. So I just wanted to throw a few ideas out there, and I'll tell you why I think you should go listen to them right now. Girl, you need to go listen to the Rocky theme song. Yes, like from the movie. Like the boxer, Rocky Balboa, who was an underdog, and there's like a bajillion movies on him. But the first classic one, and he was fighting, in the finale. He kept getting knocked down, but the thing about him is he could get knocked down so many times and beat up, and others would be exhausted, that he could inevitably win. Like, listen, just the sound is just, I just imagine you walking out of your dorm or apartment or home or whatever in the morning, and the day seems overwhelming, but you say a prayer, try to line yourself with God, and start listening to this song and walking, and just be filled with just a boost of motivation. Imagine that you're this underdog, you're getting knocked down, but you are just imagining yourself victorious, right? Being able to finish this school, finish that test, pay for school, graduate debt-free, and be prepared for life. I can equate You know how people spend a lot of time and money for getting ready for their wedding, and that's awesome. But how many people then get a divorce later and didn't really prepare for their marriage? Both are super important, but I'd rather have a better marriage than a better wedding. And so personally, like with college, going to college can be just awesome, right? But I'd rather have an easier, not that life has to be easy, but I'd rather have a harder, trying to work through college and get this to work and then be set up well for life, like set up for marriage instead of just have an amazing wedding, amazing college experience, and then life be like really, kind of stressful or hard because of a bunch of loans. So I guess just keeping that mindset in mind, and maybe even watch the movie Rocky, right? Give yourself some motivation that you're the underdog and you're going to rise above all that's going on and all these issues. And I believe in you, girl. I hope you like that song. So like next, oh man, okay, I was just re-listening to each song before I talk about it, right? So next is a treat. Have you guys ever heard of the rapper NF? That's literally like the letters, the letter N as in Nancy and F as in Fred, I guess. That's not what it stands for. It stands for his full name, Nathan like Firestein or something. But he does this song called Outcast. So it's totally about him being a rapper, an outcast in the rapping industry. If you want to learn more about me, I do like rap. And but I mean, I don't like terribly graphic, inappropriate, like anything, I guess, but he is a Christian, and while his music doesn't always reference God specifically in every song, it's clean, right? So I love me some good NF. So I want you to go listen to NF Outcast, the idea of him being an outcast in the rapping industry. He doesn't swear, and just like he talks about he's different, he respects women, different than other rappers or things in the industry, and he's just basically accepting that he'll be an outcast. You might want to also read through the lyrics. They're pretty awesome, but listen to it. And I don't know if you're walking, but I imagine you're walking to class or something, and be inspired by how awesome it is to be someone different, to be the outcast in society. And which, to be honest, trying to graduate debt free, like you don't really have to tell everyone, so I'm not sure people will know or think you look that different. But I mean, if you talk to people and just like be happy about it, be proud of something different, because at the end of, you'll see at the end of the music video, basically it's like others like what he's doing and follow him, right? So you don't have to be the outcast for long. You could be a thought leader. But it's just so inspiring when he talks about, I'm just doing stuff different. I'm just being me. I'm staying in my own lane. I'm the outcast in this situation, and I'm totally fine with it, and like I'm proud of it. And so I just, I'm pleased with it. I would encourage you to go listen to NF Outcast. So okay, this is gonna go in some sort of story order. I'm painting you a story, an encouragement and motivation story with music. So basically, you're getting motivated to continue on if you feels like you're the underdog with Rocky, but now it's like, all right, you're ready, get going, and just own it. Own being the outcast in this situation. Just enjoy it, okay? Now lastly, the OG has made an appearance, okay? I want you to go listen to Britt Nicole Holiday. Yeah, it's kind of an older one. Who cares? And I want you to imagine this. You're debt free. You have a diploma in your hand. I want you to visualize and get excited about this type of thing. Give you motivation for this, right? You go get your first job or start a business, whatever. Let's say you get your first job, you get an apartment or whatever. You start saving into emergency fund. Now you got 3 to 6 months expenses. If something happens, you lose your job, whatever, you're fine. You just decide to start a business then, or have time to look for another job. Like, you got your expenses covered. Then you can start saving for a house, or even start saving for retirement right after college. At least that's what I did. The month after college, I started a business and started saving for retirement. And guys, compound interest is crazy. It's like the 8th wonder of the world, somebody said. Go read that book if you want the latte factor. It's totally about how much, especially at a young age, putting money in starting when you're, 22, 23, 25, depends on how much you want, but being able to put in a chunk each month by the time you're 65, not graduating, retiring a millionaire, if you're starting early, that's what debt-free college will allow you to do. And not only that, but getting to go away on a break, on a vacation, on a holiday. Dave Ramsey talks about live like no one else now so that later you can live like no one else. That's basically living on a budget and being frugal and all these things now and owning it, right? Enjoying being that outcast. And then later, when you're debt-free, you have discretionary funds, you paid off your stinking mortgage, then you can live like no one else is. They're still struggling with, let's get another car payment and we have to pay back from Christmas last year. And you're like, dude, I'm going to Japan just for fun. I don't know. I want you to listen to this and just imagine that, forget it, you're off, you're on holiday, and you can live like no one else. And all of that has kind of launched from not having debt right now, right? Coming up in the next episode, either the next one or the one after that, I'm going to be talking about don't want a 9-to-5 like your parents. First step is graduate debt-free so you can have location freedom, time freedom, money freedom. I know I just talked about getting a job and then referenced don't want a 9-to-5. These are just some options, but I'd love you to go listen to the song Holiday by Britt Nicole and just imagining what this could do for you and the opportunities that you have after. So to summarize, the first one is the Rocky theme song, just motivating you to get up and get going and go be the underdog and succeed, right? And just a little burst of energy. And then Outcast, owning that you're different in this and it can turn out better in the end by living like no one else now, being crazy, being weird with your money compared to normal people who have debt. And then eventually you'll be able to live like no one else and go on an awesome vacation. So anyways, I would love to hear from you guys. If you want to go join our Facebook community, the Christian College Girl Community - scholarships and graduate debt free, that's on Facebook. Could you please listen to these songs and let me know which one is your favorite? I'd love to hear. Go ahead and join that and post or send me a DM or whatever. And yeah, I hope you really have enjoyed this. And these are just a few songs to get you energized to graduate college debt free and just motivate you. Love you, girl. Bye.
Hey girl. Okay, so before you run off to calculus, if this podcast has brought you any encouragement, would you please write a review on iTunes or take a screenshot, post it in your Insta stories, and tag me. Let's tell the rest of our stressed sisters that more money and peace can be attained outside of the conventional way of doing college. See you next time. Love and prayers, Kara.